Inspiration drawn from British landscapes continued with an homage to the creativity of Cornwall and its luscious plants.
We set off to meet the remaining 3 Main Avenue residents. Designer Stuart Charles Towner brings a flavour of the southwest with his garden, the Spirit of Cornwall.
This is my first show garden at the Chelsea Flower Show, and it's a collaboration. It's inspired by the work of Barbara Hepworth and the unique microclimates that you find in Cornwall.
Well, it wasn't just the celebrities who made an appearance. Putting the royal into the RHS, Her Majesty the Queen and family made their annual visit earlier in the week. Yeah, and it's fabulous when you hear something like that. We are just touching on the power of plants and how good they are for us, and the power of gardening as well. You know, wonderful for well-being, but also mental health and physical health, and I think there's a huge future there. And in fact, gardens as a place of relaxation and reflection seem to be the topic on many visitors' lips too, so it seemed appropriate to talk to one of Britain's most famous vicars and his partner.
That's lovely actually.
It is.
Very
It is.
I can see you very much at home here.
I could definitely spend time here. I think it's the sort of place which is, it's not overwhelming you. It is very, very serene and very green and luscious. Anybody could reproduce this.
Yeah.
You could do this on your balcony at home.
You could have a Zen balcony.
You could have a Zen balcony. You could indeed.
Do you know what else it makes me think of? Pasties.
Pasties.
I love one.
This show celebrates the best of gardens and gardening from all over the British Isles, from a cottage garden in Yorkshire to roses from Norfolk. This year, though, one of the show gardens is a little piece of Cornwall. This garden is called Spirit of Cornwall, and it's been designed by Stuart Towner.
The overarching concept is very much about Hepworth's principles of her work, the honesty, the simplicity, and the sheltered-like environment that you get from her garden space.
So you made this garden, as you say, quite sheltered. There's a lot of greenery, isn't there, that gives it a kind of calm, sheltered feel.
Yes, there's several prongs. So Hepworth is the overarching concept, but the inspiration for the planting comes from the unique microclimates you find in Cornwall. Gardens like Treba that are like ravines, again, sheltered and secluded.
The garden has been inspired by the work of Barbara Hepworth, one of the most important sculptors from the 20th century. It's based on the Barbara Hepworth sculpture garden in St Ives, on her artwork, her planting and her love of music and dance. The music was specially commissioned.
When we began the project, Stuart talked about ways in which we could incorporate the music into the very body of the design. And so you'll see behind me we have these metal bars which are actually in the shape of the waveform of the music. So I mean, for me as a musician, it's quite amazing to actually see my music turned into design.
It was hot and like any premiere's sort of nerves and anticipation, but I think it went well. And apart from the sunlight, the cacti and water that I had to worry about.
This garden is also about Cornwall's more exotic side, its wonderful subtropical plants and, of course, water. This garden is also attracting a lot of attention, especially from some real connoisseurs.
Barbara Hepworth, well, one of the great heroines and with the great visionaries, actually, that sort of scarceness of line. I love this garden because it's kept that still, tranquil, slightly brooding, lush, thrilling. I find it just divine.
Of course, everyone here has been working very hard for a medal. The judges have been judging all day, and the gardeners will find out tomorrow morning. The Spirit of Cornwall team hope that they'll be up there with the winners.
Well, we're nearly at the end of this year's Chelsea offering, so let's take a look back at some of our standout moments.
Well, sadly, that brings us to the end of what has been a truly magical week here at the Chelsea Flower Show.
We've had an amazing time bringing you the very best the horticultural world has to offer.
The incredible people, the perfect plants have once again proved why this event remains the world's leading flower show. But for now, from all of the team here, it is goodbye and see you same time, same place next year when the Chelsea Flower Show rolls back into town. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.